Bro, imagine leaving your kid in the car for 2 minutes and coming back to watch a tow truck speed away with her inside. This Florida dad's nightmare just went viral, and it's absolutely horrifying. So here's what went down. A father in Sunrise, Florida was literally just picking up food from a restaurant for like 2 minutes when a tow truck backs up and snatches his car with his daughter still inside. However, when he runs outside screaming and banging on the driver's window, begging him to stop, the driver, Sergio Suarez, allegedly just keeps going. As a result, this 4-year-old had to make a split-second decision that no child should ever have to make. She jumped out of the moving car and landed in the middle of a busy roadway. Yet, it gets even crazier. Her father had to literally run into oncoming traffic just to grab her before she got hit. If you haven't seen the clip yet, type in the search bar Florida tow truck driver. It's actually horrifying. From there, police showed up and took Suarez into custody. And body cam footage shows the dad getting his keys back, shaking, asking if his baby is okay. Nevertheless, Suarez's lawyer is claiming he checked that car 3 times before towing it. Still, the judge was not having it, saying it makes 0 sense that anyone actually checked if a 4-year-old had to jump out of a moving vehicle. So now, Suarez is facing child neglect charges, and the internet is going absolutely wild. But what do you think? Is this man a criminal who belongs behind bars? Or is he just a worker who made a terrible mistake? And be brutally honest, should the father also be facing charges for leaving his 4-year-old alone in the car in the first place? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Bro, the next time a UPS driver shows up at your door, you might want to think twice before opening it. Because what these 3 men did to an entire family in just 7 minutes is making people question if they should ever accept a package again. So here's what went down. In Coon Rapids, Minnesota, these 3 demons pulled up to a family's house dressed in full UPS uniforms carrying a fake package. And when the 20-year-old son opened the door, they forced their way inside. As a result, in just 7 minutes, they took out the mom, the dad, and the son, execution style, while 2 toddlers, ages 2 and 4, watched everything. However, the part that haunts people the most is the footage shows the 2-year-old walking up to their mom's body and starting to scream. And the 4-year-old runs over and pulls their sibling away, like that baby had to protect their little brother. Yet, here's where it gets crazy. The mom secretly dialed 911 and left the line open so cops heard the killer screaming, "Where's the money?" If you haven't watched the video yet, I would honestly advise you not to search for it, because what those cameras captured inside that house is something that will never leave your mind. From there, police discovered one killer was a former UPS employee, which is how he had the uniform. And they caught him 1 hour later with the uniform in his backpack and his fingerprints on the box. Nevertheless, all 3 got convicted and are facing life in prison. But honestly, is that even enough for what they did to this family? So now, be honest. Should these 3 killers get to keep breathing while those 2 babies grow up without a family? Or do you think they deserve exactly what they did to those innocent people? Comment your thoughts below. Bro, this 19-year-old girl vanished on Christmas Eve, and nobody knows if she ran away or was taken. But what investigators just found is making everyone lose their minds. Her name is Camila Mendoza Olmos from San Antonio, Texas, and she supposedly walked out of her house at 7 a.m. and was never seen again. However, here's where it gets insane. Her phone was found turned off on her bed with the battery removed, and her family says she would never do that. As a result, police released surveillance footage claiming it shows her at her car. But wait, viewers cleaned up the image and are now saying that's not even her, that it looks like a man. Yet, authorities released this footage anyway without even verifying who it actually is. Still, investigators revealed she had mentioned self-harm before and recently went through a breakup, which has everyone speculating what really happened that morning. From there, the FBI got involved. They're using drones, dogs, search teams covering a 3-mile radius, and after 5 days, they found absolutely nothing. Not a single clue. Like, she literally disappeared into thin air. Until authorities just announced that a body was found near the exact area where Camila disappeared, and now everyone is waiting to find out if it's her. So now, do you think Camila is being held somewhere against her will right now? Do you think she's watching all this coverage unfold and choosing not to come forward? Or do you think the body that was found by authorities is actually Camila? Comment your thoughts below. So Nicki Minaj just showed up at a Trump event, said something so bad, the whole room went completely silent. And within 24 hours, she lost 10 million followers. But wait until you hear what Ariana Grande did. So here's what happened. On December 21st, Nicki walked on stage at Turning Point USA's America Fest, hand in hand with the widow of Charlie Kirk, who was literally assassinated 3 months ago. And she went all in praising Trump, calling him handsome and dashing, telling boys to be boys, and calling Gavin Newsom new scum. But then she looked at Erica Kirk and said, "You have amazing role models like the assassin JD Vance." Bro, the room went dead silent. She covered her mouth, realized what she said, and it was the most awkward moment of 2025. If you search for Nicki Minaj interview right now, you can watch the exact moment. It's so uncomfortable. You can feel the awkwardness. From there, everything collapsed. 10 million followers gone in one day. Ariana Grande hit that unfollow button. Critics are saying her career is completely over. And then she just deleted her entire Instagram. This is the same Nicki who in 2018 called herself an illegal immigrant and begged Trump to stop separating families. But now she's at a conservative rally saying it's okay to change your mind. Her fan base feels betrayed. The internet is at war. And before she vanished, she posted, "I will never stop being me." So now, what do you think? Does Nicki deserve to get canceled for this? Or are people just mad that a black woman has her own opinions? And would you still stream her music after this? Or is she getting deleted from your playlist forever? Comment your thoughts below. So Anthony Joshua was just inches from death in a horrifying car crash in Nigeria. And the footage is absolutely insane. Bro was literally pulled from a destroyed Lexus after his driver slammed into a truck at full speed. So the two-time heavyweight champion who just destroyed Jake Paul less than 2 weeks ago was traveling in a Lexus SUV on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway when his driver was speeding and lost control while overtaking. And boom, they slammed straight into a stationary truck that was parked on the side of the road. However, here's where it gets terrifying. 2 people in that car were killed instantly. And videos are circulating showing AJ being pulled from the wreckage, shirtless in obvious pain, while a massive crowd gathered around him. As a result, he was rushed to a local hospital. And sources close to him say he's alive with minor injuries, but badly shaken up. Yet, Nigerian authorities are now confirming that excessive speed and wrongful overtaking caused this fatal crash. These are the top killers on Nigerian highways, by the way. Still, AJ was reportedly heading to Ibadan where his grandparents live, probably visiting family for the holidays. And nobody expected this nightmare. Nevertheless, the photos of his destroyed Lexus show just how close this legend came to losing his life. We're talking inches, bro. So now, the question everyone's asking is, did AJ's driver sacrifice 2 innocent lives just to get a celebrity somewhere faster? Or was AJ himself pressuring them to speed because he had somewhere important to be? And do you think the media is just focusing on AJ's survival story instead of the 2 people who actually died in his car? Comment your thoughts below. So Jake Paul just got his jaw literally shattered into 2 pieces. And I'm not exaggerating. Anthony Joshua just ended this man's entire existence with the most devastating knockout we've seen in boxing history. But let me tell you what actually happened, because this is insane. So Jake stepped in against a 6'6" giant who outweighed him by 30 pounds and somehow survived getting dropped 4 times before AJ landed a right hand so powerful that doctors had to put 2 titanium plates in Jake's face and remove his teeth. If you haven't seen the clip yet, type in the search bar Jake Paul jaw broken. It's actually painful to watch. However, instead of crying about it, Jake literally posted an x-ray of his destroyed jaw on social media and said, and I'm not making this up, "Give me Canelo in 10 days." Like, what is wrong with this man? Yet, here's the part that's breaking the internet right now. This fight had a $184 million purse, making it the biggest boxing gate in the arena's history. 19,600 people watched this man's soul leave his body live in person. And millions also watched on Netflix. From there, even Anthony Joshua had to give Jake respect for getting up over and over again like a zombie. Still, the question everyone is asking, did Jake Paul just earn legendary status by surviving 6 rounds with one of the greatest heavyweights ever? Or did this fight prove he was never a real boxer? Comment your thoughts below. So police just body slammed 3 elementary schoolers to the ground for grand theft auto. And the first words out of their mouths had grown officers questioning everything. So an 8-year-old, an 11-year-old, and a 12-year-old stole a car. Yes, you heard that right. Elementary schoolers committed grand theft auto. However, when cops tried to pull them over, the 11-year-old behind the wheel said nope and hit speeds up to 80 miles per hour before slamming directly into someone's house. As a result, all 3 kids bolted in different directions, trying to escape, but police tracked them down within minutes. Yet, here's where it gets absolutely insane. When cops asked how they even knew to steal a car, these kids said they learned it from YouTube tutorial. Still, that's not even the craziest part. When police told them they were facing real felony charges, do you know what stressed them out the most? One kid looked at the officers and said he was scared he was gonna get coal from Santa because of what he did. If you haven't seen the video yet, you can search for Ohio car chase. You'll see exactly how this whole chaos happened from start to finish. And trust me, it's even wilder than I just described. Nevertheless, according to the police report, all 3 admitted they knew it was wrong, but their biggest concern was how this would affect their Christmas presents. So now all 3 got released to their parents, and you know those households are about to be on lockdown. But the real question that everyone is asking, should these parents be charged too for letting their kids run wild? Or should they start locking up 8-year-olds to send them a message? And do you think that cops should have never pulled his gun on those children in the first place? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.